The first Cuban beer was brewed more than 100 years ago, but it's been more than half a century since people could enjoy that original brew. Now La Tropical is making a comeback across the Florida Straits. CCTV's Nitza Soledad Perez has the story of the men making it happen.
After 17 years and countless hours of research at the University of Miami Cuban Archives, Manny Portuondo embarked on the project of bringing back to life Cuba's oldest beer, La Tropical.
For me, it's more than a beer.
La Tropical was originally founded in Cuba in 1888. By the beginning of the Cuban Revolution, it accounted for about 60% of all beer consumed in Cuba. It was part of the culture. But later, Cuba's communist government seized the factory and its surrounding gardens. 1960 was the last year that La Tropical beer was produced in Cuba. Now in 2016, the oldest Cuban beer writes a new page of history in Miami. The Cuban government kept producing its own version until 2008, but Portuondo says it was not the same brew.
When you think about that, and you think about how that basically vanished, I felt that it was my heritage, and I felt that it was my duty to resurrect that beer.
Portuondo joined forces with an heir to the original La Tropical, Ramon Blanco Herrera. The 70-year-old Cuban exile carefully guards the relics of his past. Among them, a certificate for stock in Cervecería La Tropical brewery, signed by the vice president, his grandfather, in 1954. He tried to mask the nostalgia of what his life could have been with some classic Cuban humor and wit.
You'd rather be on the inside than the outside, and why not? You know, why criticize things and go against it? You know, say, let's do it. It sounds like a great thing to do. It's a project. Let's make some beer. Maybe I get to drink some free beer.
Not only did he get free beer at the launching party for La Tropical, but something of a virtual trip back home, an experience shared by fellow Cubans enjoying their drinks.
This beer has transported me into the past.
I'm so happy here, remembering the good old times when we used to party at the gardens of La Tropical factory.
American beer lovers now get the chance to take a sip of a beer decades in the remaking. Its founders hope La Tropical will one day make its way back home to Cuba. Nitza Soledad Perez, CCTV, Miami.